You open a browser. You click New Incognito window. You breathe a sigh of relief. Finally, you think, finally, no one can see what I'm doing. The reality? That's a dangerous illusion. Private browsing, incognito mode, whatever your browser calls it, does not make you invisible. It only hides your activity locally from others who use your device. But it does nothing against the people who matter most: your internet service provider, your employer, or hackers monitoring your network. Today, we're breaking down the myths of private browsing, explaining exactly what can still see your activity, and showing the tools that actually give you real online anonymity. By the end of this video, you'll understand why you are not hidden even when your browser tells you that you are. Incognito mode myths. Most people think private browsing will hide browsing history from everyone, make you anonymous online, prevent your activity from being tracked. None of this is true. Incognito mode only stops your browser from saving history, cookies, or cached files locally. It's useful if you don't want someone else using your device to see what sites you visited, but that's it. Your ISP still logs your activity. Your employer can still see what you do on a work network. Websites can still track you through your IP address. The myth is dangerous because it gives a false sense of security. People assume they are hidden and make risky online choices like logging into financial accounts or searching sensitive topics thinking they're invisible. ISP visibility: you are never invisible. Your internet service provider connects you to the web. Every request you make passes through their servers. Even in incognito mode, ISPs can see the websites you visit, the time and duration of your activity, IP addresses of the sites you connect to, data usage patterns. Encrypted websites using HTTPS do not hide the fact that you connected to that site. They only encrypt the content you send and receive. So if you think your ISP can't track you because you're in private browsing mode, you're wrong. In some countries, ISPs log and sell browsing data. In others, they are required by law to keep records of your activity. No browser mode can override this. Employer monitoring: your network is not private. If you are on a work network, your employer can see almost everything. Even in private browsing, network administrators can log sites you visit. Proxy servers can capture web traffic. Firewalls and monitoring tools can analyze your browsing behavior. Some companies even use tools that generate reports of employee activity, including time spent on certain websites or searches conducted. Private browsing will not prevent this. It's only protecting your local device history, not the network you are on. Employees who assume incognito hides activity often get caught. The consequences can range from warnings to termination, depending on the employer's policies. Real anonymity tools. So if private browsing isn't enough, what actually works? 1. Virtual private networks (VPNs). A VPN routes your internet traffic through an encrypted server in another location. It masks your IP address, making it appear that your connection is coming from somewhere else. VPNs also encrypt your traffic, which prevents ISPs from seeing the websites you visit. However, not all VPNs are created equal. Free VPNs often log your activity, inject ads, or sell your data. Paid, reputable VPNs with strict no-logs policies are essential for real privacy. 2. Tor browser. Tor routes your internet connection through multiple servers nodes worldwide. It hides your IP address and makes it extremely difficult for anyone to trace your activity back to you. Tor is effective but slower than regular browsing, and some websites may block Tor traffic. It's one of the best tools for anonymity if used correctly, combined with good digital hygiene. 3. Encrypted search engines. Search engines like DuckDuckGo or StartPage don't track your searches or store your data. Even if you're using a VPN or Tor, search engines can log activity if they track users. Switching to encrypted search engines adds a layer of privacy. 4. Secure messaging and browsing. End-to-end encrypted browsers and messaging apps ensure that even if your traffic is intercepted, the content remains unreadable. Examples include Signal for messaging and Brave browser for privacy-focused browsing. Combining these tools with a VPN or Tor dramatically increases your online anonymity. The human factor. Even with the best tools, humans often compromise their own privacy. Logging into accounts with real personal info while using Tor defeats anonymity. Reusing passwords across accounts can expose you. Sharing devices or network credentials can leak activity. Privacy is not just about the tool, it's about behavior. Why incognito can still be useful. It's not all useless. Private browsing does protect your local device, prevents cookies from accumulating across sessions, stops search history from being stored, can help bypass temporary site restrictions, but it should never be treated as real anonymity online. Practical steps to stay private online. Use a trusted VPN whenever possible. Consider Tor for high-risk browsing. Use encrypted search engines instead of default ones. Avoid logging into accounts that reveal your identity while browsing privately. Combine private browsing with secure, updated software and strong passwords. Understand what your ISP or employer can see. Awareness is key. Final thought. Private browsing is a tool, not a shield. It protects you from people who use your device but does not hide you from ISPs, employers, or hackers. True online privacy requires a combination of secure tools, encrypted connections, and safe digital habits. The next time you open an incognito window, remember, you're not hidden. Stay informed, stay secure, and always assume someone is watching.